Hey everybody, back on Spreecast. My special guest today, new to the Spreecast game, had her on Battle Axes and not Rivals, Battle Seasons on my podcast. Jasmine from rural Cancun. How we doing?
Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for having me.
It's so great. It's so great to speak to you on here. Like I was telling you before we went live.
I know, finally, I had to get my computer fixed because last week we were supposed to do it, but there's
Hmm.
my computer melted down, but now it's all fixed.
Yep. So we here. So yeah, my first question is, I remember talking to you last time. You said you were thinking about calling it a career on the challenge game. So what made you change your mind and do this one?
Yeah, I call that after Battle of the Seasons. I totally didn't want to do any more challenges because my dad was sick. He had stage 4 cancer, so I wanted to just spend time with him and my family. And then he actually passed away 2 weeks before I got to Thailand. And so I
So
decided, you know what, I'm going to do this in his honor and do one more challenge. So that's why I'm here for Rivals too. It's just for him, really.
that's good. Definitely sorry to hear about that. Definitely, but I bet it
Oh,
was
thank
definitely
you. I
time.
mean, that's why, yeah, that's why I totally understood what Naomi was going through when she made that choice to leave Thailand and be with her family and say goodbye to her dad. Because I know for me, I knew my dad was sick since Battle of Exes, so it was really hard for me being there on Battle of the Exes and Battle of the Seasons, not knowing if he could make it another day and I wouldn't be able to say goodbye. So when Naomi came to all of us and was like, "Hey, should I leave?" I told her definitely you should absolutely leave, say your goodbyes, and get everything out in the air of how you feel about each other. So she made the right choice, and my heart still goes out to her because she's an awesome person, and to see her break down like that, that's not normal with Naomi. So I know exactly what she's going through.
Hmm. So yeah, before we get into Rivals 2 Tire, I want to ask you. This has been on my it's been on my nerve of what happened with the deliberation last season. What happened with the physical elimination hall brawl? You and CJ going, and what it was supposed to be John A the whole time, right?
Yeah, with Battle of Seasons, we had decided when we found out, it was 4 games that you could go in against: physical, mental, strategy, and endurance. John A was going to take endurance and physical. I was going to take mental and strategy. That was a plan. We'd all agreed to it. And, last minute, John A decides to back out of it, which really made me mad because it's there's no way that I could win a physical match against, Sam, but Janae would have more of a better shot because she's taller than Sam. But for some reason, I don't know what it was. I just decided, you know what? I'm going to step up to the plate and I'm going to do it. And I don't like how they kind of showed that, oh, I did it because John A needs money. I mean, we all need money at the end of the day. We all have bills to pay, student loans,
Yeah.
everything. So I didn't do it for her. I did it for the team. But looking back at it, the best decision I should have not voted because even all of Brooklyn came up to me and was like, if you don't vote, we will pick CJ and John A to go in. And I should have just did that, but I didn't, and look what happened.
Noel makes a good point. You guys were the strongest team there because you all worked so well together. I mean, going back to Battle of Seasons, the San Diego team had so much friction. Brooklyn was a band of misfits, to say the truth, and then the other teams, Las Vegas, 2 seasons together. Obviously, they didn't know each other as well, so you guys were definitely the strongest team.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, we were Cancun was the best team. I mean, going into that first challenge, I mean, we won, and we won what, two out of most of the challenges, and we never really got last place except for that one eating challenge, which I hate baklava to this day. But we were a strong team, and we worked well together, and we just dropped the ball that day, and we just couldn't get it together. I think if Janae would have went in, I definitely think it would have been a different outcome. I absolutely believe that. But I mean, it's the past. What can you say? I hope there is a battle of seasons two because I would love to do it again.
Who would you put in John A's place? Would you put Aida?
Um, Yeah, Aya is a really good competitor. Like, I mean, I've never done a challenge with Aya, but she's really good, and I mean, everyone loves Aya. Like, she's just great. So I would definitely do Aya. I don't know if CJ would come back and do it again. I would have to really like make him do it. But I mean, I could deal with Bronny. I can't have Joey, even though I love Joey to death, but he has no athletic ability whatsoever.
Yeah, if it was
Oh,
Guitar
maybe I could
Hero,
do
he'd be
Emily. Oh
uh,
yeah, Guitar Hero, he'd kill it, absolutely. Or like a
yeah.
piss someone off game, absolutely.
So Noelle wants to know. I'll bring this one up first. Who are you still close with from your season?
For my season, I'm the closest probably with Emily. Like me and her talk all the time. I go visit her once a year for her birthday. I'm actually getting ready to go see her in 2 weeks. I'm really close with her family and like her friends. So she's probably like the closest person that I'm with. But I mean, I keep in contact with just about everybody. I've seen everybody at least once. The only person I have not seen literally since reunion was Joey, and I would love to see him because I want to meet my little niece. So I mean, I miss him, but Emily definitely is, the closest person, and she has no
Hmm.
filter. We all read her tweets. Like she keeps in contact with what's going on in these challenges.
Hmm. That's for sure. Um, so yeah, let's get into Rivals 2 talk. Take a trip down memory lane real quick. What was your first impressions of meeting Teresa back in Rivals 1?
Seeing Teresa, actually seeing her like when we were at the airport first, I was just like, okay, this bitch is here. Like, really? Like, I mean, I haven't talked to her since like, we got into that argument. So I really wasn't excited to see her. And then once we got, to the jungle and TJ said, this is Rivals too, I literally turned to like, I think it was Naomi or someone. I was like, do you think maybe it's co-ed style instead? Because like, I didn't want it to be like same sex, like partners and stuff, because I did not want Teresa as a partner because, I mean, we hate each other. So why do I want to work with her? So I mean, I wasn't too happy, but at the same time, Teresa is a really good athlete, and a lot of people really like her. And so, I mean, she's like my yin to my yang, so I guess it could work.
Hmm. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that they did same sex again because I mean, um, I think if they did opposite sexes, I guess it might be too similar to exes, but yeah, I was kind of surprised. But I like this. I like the team of you and Teresa. I feel like Team Feisty all the way.
Oh yeah, we are definitely team feisty. Like Teresa may seem like she's sweet and innocent, but that girl can go from 0 to 150 in like 2.5 seconds, like quicker than I can. And I mean, when you have two crazy people like us, your best bet you're gonna see some fireworks. So just stay tuned. The fireworks are coming.
No doubt about it. I can't wait. So yeah, we got into that. Noel wants to know again, and guys, feel free to submit any questions using the submit question button. It's right below Jasmine. What did you think of the Frank CT fight and Knight as the bodyguard?
I mean, that whole
UFC
situation was just
match.
like,
That's what you said, right?
yeah, UFC stuff. It was crazy because like I'm like literally sitting in the kitchen, like on the floor with Derek, and mind you, it's like 3 in the morning. Everyone's wasted, drunk, and it's the I don't even the conversation was started over like if CT and Anastasia had sex or not, because CT was saying no, Anastasia was saying yes, and then all of a sudden Frank comes out of nowhere and is like, well, Anastasia's saying you guys had sex, and they got into it. So I mean, it was interesting to see the fight, and then out of all people, Knight, Mister, antagonize everyone, comes in and is like CT's bodyguard. I'm like, what is this, a bromance now? Like I think I saw Frank tweet something like when's the wedding? Like seriously, when is Frank and CT's wedding? Like they're all like butt buddies now. So it
Hmm.
was Night being
Yeah,
anyone's bodyguard.
he comes off. Knight comes off to me as a follower. I mean, we saw him buddy up with Zach on the last one, and then CT on this one.
That's so true. I totally forgot about like
Everybody who
Frank
I've
and
had on here, Jasmine, can't stand him. Everybody that I've on
huh?
had on, everybody that I've had on prior to you said that they can't stand him.
Can't stand Night.
Yeah.
I actually, okay, well, I love Night. I mean, Night's
Uh,
my drinking buddy. Like, we call each other like bunk mates because in battle seasons we shared a bunk bed or whatever. And so we would always stay up late and drink. So, I mean, I love Night to death. And I mean, as much as he's annoying, I still love him, but I don't hate him like everyone else. But I mean, he can be a little bit of a follower, but I still love him to death because he follows me around. So, hey, I'm cool with it.
let me throw out a couple names real quick. How was it? How were things with you and John A on this one?
I mean, me and John A, what can I say? We have a love-hate relationship. We love to hate each other
Yeah.
and we like hate to love each other. But I think you guys are gonna see some fireworks between us two, possibly. I mean, it wouldn't be a challenge if me and John A do not get into an argument with each other. It wouldn't. Y'all would think we're sick or something. Like, I mean, I love her and I know she loves me. We bicker like sisters. She's like the little sister I never wanted, which I don't have a little sister, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I've heard that about a couple people. Quote, "Little sister, I never wanted." I love that quote. And then how was it How was it seeing your ex's partner who was gone, who already got eliminated? How was it with Tyree this time around?
Tyree, it was good with Tyree this time. You know, since I finally admitted to what really what happened in the bathroom on Rivals, so we're on a good note with each other. But I thought it was kind of funny that Tyree and Dunbar were partners because nobody really knew why they were partners. It was from the island, but
Yeah.
everyone was assuming it was from something else having to do with me. But I won't go into that at all.
Yeah, I was definitely sad to see Tyree go. Dunbar not so much.
I was sad to see Dunbar go. Dunbar's a hottie. I was really sad. I miss Spring
Yeah.
Break 2010 Panama City Beach.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So yeah, going into the first challenge, Game of Inches. Teresa was the one jumping, right?
No, I was the jumper.
Oh, you were the jumper. You don't want to be hanging like you did a couple times on the first rivals.
I actually wanted to hang, but we thought for some reason it would be better if I jumped because y'all know me. I don't like heights and waters. I don't do dumb shit like that. And so we thought that would be a better idea if I was to jump because Teresa has longer arms and she can just catch me. Looking back at it now, I think it probably would have been better if I would have been hanging. But I mean, we did really
Hmm.
good. And what they don't show you guys is they show you that like all the girls made it to round one and we dropped in round two. Actually, all the girls made it
Yeah,
to round two.
I've
We
heard.
all dropped round three. So just that's a little
Hmm.
inside that they didn't show.
Yeah, and then Derek told me that the guy's first jump was your third jump. So that was kind of surprising
Yeah,
to hear. Yeah, yeah. Where
yeah,
are the
yeah.
challenges?
It was a bit surprising.
Did they make the a lot of the challenges more toward your girl strength to make it a little bit harder for the guys? Because that's what I've been hearing a lot this season.
Yeah, with this season, I definitely think when it's like guys elimination day, the challenges are a lot harder for the girls. But when it's girls elimination day, it's like these stupid, goofy challenges that are easy for the girls, but they're just so stupid. We don't want to do them. And it's like a lot of times the girls do a lot better on guys' day than they do on their own day. So I think you're going to see a lot of that. So I have to agree with everyone on that one. Like the guy days are like built more towards the guys, and the girls are built more for the girls.
Hmm. And then going into deliberation for the first round, were you surprised about this big twist? Girls voting for the guys voting for the girls.
That was a complete game changer. Like, I was like, holy crap, this really changes the game up. And I'm glad they did the voting that way because we all saw, like, on the first rivals, everyone just would go with the bandwagon effect. Like, whatever the first two people or first two teams voted for, everybody else went for. So it made the deliberations really boring. So I'm really glad that they changed it this time. Yeah, and it makes a girl. It's kind of funny because now you see like girls flirting with guys they would never really flirt with, and vice versa. So it's really interesting to see it this time.
Hmm. Yeah. So first elimination, your boy Derek and Rob they end up going in elimination against Dunbar and Tyree. How proud of you? How proud of you were you of Derek for kicking ass on that first jungle?
I was so proud of Derek for like beating the crap out of Tyree and Dunbar. I mean, because Tyree's a football player, Dunbar's like former military, and he went in there like not scared and he ran his little butt off. I was so proud of him. I was Team Sunshine all the way. And then of course, Winter, so I was proud of him too.
Yeah,
Brandon, I can
Brandon
see what you're
Dunbar.
writing. Well, Brandon,
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
take me on a date, Dunbar won't be trash, okay?
yeah. You heard it here first. Come on, Brandon. I got faith in you. And he actually has a question that I'll bring up on screen. What were you thinking about with that hair selection? I saw you tweeting Danny Victor about it from
My
Bad Girls Club.
Oh yeah, me and Danny, we got into a little Twitter beef, but we're cool now. We love each other. We're cool. Well, to answer Brandon's question, I was trying something different. I never had, a black girl weave before, and thought I'd try it out. And obviously, it was an epic fail, and I learned my lesson. But the weave won't be there forever. I promise. You guys are gonna be in for a nice little hair change. Just watch. I hate you,
Hmm.
Brandon.
That's my dude right there. Um, yeah. So yeah, moving on. The first elimination, you got uh, Rob and Derek end up beating Tyree and Dunbar. Going into this next one, actually, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back to the C2 Marlon fight. Was that you that pushed Marlon, or was it somebody else?
Okay, apparently I had to go back and rewatch that like 3 or 4 times. Apparently
It looked
I
like
was
it was you.
a wasted Rashida's drunk like always, and I pushed Marlon, which made him knock over the glass, which spilled into the pool. So technically, if we're gonna do a technicality thing, it was really my fault that they got in a fight. I mean, you got to see two hot guys fight in the pool. So America, you're welcome.
Yeah, that was definitely intense, and I'm definitely gonna get talk about that with Marlon when I bring him on next week. Well, how was it like meeting the new cast of Real World Portland?
I love Marlon. I think he's like an awesome guy. He's great, and he's from Texas like me, and he's really hot too. And so I like Marlon. I think he's great. Like, I mean, maybe his partner I don't like so much, but I mean, I like Marlon.
He's a Jordan, in my opinion. I mean, I've talked to him before, but he like a lot of these cast members are an acquired taste.
He's a
He,
very acquired taste, and he's not something I would ever try again.
moving on, let me see this one. Here's an interesting one from from Stefan. What are your thoughts about the drama in the house, and what do you think of CT? You two look quite friendly on Twitter. Ooh,
The
somebody's paying
drama in the
attention.
house. Oh, what are you trying to say? Don't start rumors now. The drama in the house, that happens on any challenge. That's normal. I'm normally in the drama. I've been kind of quiet the first couple episodes, but I live for the drama, of course. Me and CT, we're friends, completely friends. He's like a brother to me. I'm like a little sister to him. We like to drink and smoke cigarettes together, and we're friends. There's nothing going on. I could never climb that pole of CT. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've seen it.
Not saying
You've
I haven't
seen
thought
it.
about it like in the past,
Yeah, you've seen a
but I
lot.
couldn't do it. I think we lost Andrew, guys. Not sure what happened on that one.
Okay, am I good?
Okay, yeah, you're back.
Okay. Yeah, it had the little spinny thing. I was just about to refresh, but we're good. Um, so yeah, definitely. What do you think CT's game plan is to on these challenges when it comes to the ladies, especially with this new twist?
I mean, I think CT definitely would know with the twist of the girls voting for the guys voting for the girls. CT is going to absolutely flirt with as many girls as he can to make sure they don't vote for him. And I mean, me and CT, we've always been pretty loyal to each other, so he doesn't have to flirt with me or my partner to ever worry about a vote. So that's not even an issue. But he's gonna definitely, use his magic. a lot of us talked about this in the house that, maybe he'll start, a little romance with some of the girls because you never know, there could be a battle of the exes too. So, I mean, why not start some romances? So, I mean, he's playing an interesting game, probably not the smartest game, but I mean, it's CT. CT can do whatever the hell he wants. So, can't knock him for it.
Mm-hmm. Bring up this question right here. Greg Greg wants to know, out of Rivals 1, Battle of the X's, and Battle of the Seasons, and I'll put Rivals 2 in there, which was your favorite and why? And which was your least favorite? I think I have a feeling I know what your least favorite
That's a
was.
good question.
I have a
Battle
hunch.
Yeah, I can tell you, right? Battle of Seasons is absolutely my favorite. Of course, I got to work with my original cast. I definitely thought it was one I was really going to win. I had the ability to win this one, but it just didn't happen. My least favorite, of course, is Battle of the Exes. I mean, I love
That's
Tyree to
exactly what I
death,
was
but
thinking.
he is not a good competitor. He's one of the weakest guy competitors, like in the whole challenge bunch.
Hmm.
And I mean, I just couldn't do it. And he has bad politics. Like he's a horrible like political game player. And I mean, it wasn't my favorite game whatsoever.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I think everyone knows Battle
Four
of the Exes
challenges
I
deep.
hated.
Hmm. And then going off on going into this challenge last night, I gotta say, it was a fun challenge to watch. All of you, especially the guys.
Oh
How
my
was
god.
it live, and how was it there?
I mean, I actually did not get to see the guys go because I had a little bit of a heat stroke problem. So I was in an ambulance. So I missed the guys going. So for me, watching the guys last night was my first time seeing it. But I heard it was pretty funny. But watching it, it was really hilarious. Actually, doing the challenge was crazy. They actually like took out one part. Like right after we finished cutting the log with our legs, there was another part where like we had to sit like on a barrel, like one partner sat in a barrel with like a tube, and you had to hold it up to like a jar, and the other person had to pump like this creamy white substance out of the barrel, and you had to get it into the jar, which I can't believe they like left that part out because this was the thickest white substance I've ever seen in my life. But it was fun. I enjoyed
Hmm.
doing it, and I got to see Teresa's ass the whole time, so that was great. I had the best view in the house.
There you go. There you go. So the guys go first, and the reason they only had one guy team finish was that because it was in a girls' day. So the first guys team to make it in was the one
Yeah,
that won, and they stopped everybody else.
yeah, I think just because it wasn't a guy's day, it didn't really matter. Trey and Zach won again. Team Green, I'm all for Team Green. So there's no point for the guys to go on, but I really enjoyed watching CT and Knight because both their partners quit.
That's
They're
true.
doing it together. I thought that was so hilarious. Like that sealed the deal for their bromance.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Trey and Zach, I definitely was looking forward to when I saw all the teams. I was looking forward to their rivalry the most because I know Zach and Trey probably will never hope. Well, maybe they have now, but at the time they never saw eye to eye on anything.
Oh my God, no, Zach and Trey could not stand each other. And I think more so Zach couldn't stand Trey because Trey's like one of those kids like in high school where he thinks everyone likes him and he's like the varsity football player and everyone likes him, but no one really liked Trey. I mean, I love Trey now, but like a lot of people didn't like him. So it was interesting like to see these two work together. And I mean, I think for the most part they kind of kept their distance in the beginning, but once the challenges started, they really started, working together. And I think Zach is starting to see that Trey is, a really good competitor and is not a liability. Is actually he has a lucky partner. He's a really good athletic partner, and Trey will give everything he has, in this competition. So Zach, I think, out of all the guys, lucked out with one of the best partners.
Yeah, definitely, and especially with him not having Laura, Rob not having Marie. I've said this before. I feel like they were more focused. They can be more focused on the game without their significant others there. Well, ex significant others now.
Yeah, I think when you have a significant other there, it makes the game a lot harder. It's harder to focus because it's like at the same time, as much as you may not like this person or you might not be with them anymore, you're still always wondering in the back of your mind, like, what are they doing? You're still kind of watching them. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like I would watch Tyree sometimes and Dunbar and be like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Like, who are they flirting with? It kind of bothers you and it makes you not focus on the game anymore. So the fact that Trey was there with no one from his season, and especially Laura, he really could focus. And as you guys are seeing, he's doing really well.
Hmm. Noel makes a good point. I got love for Trey. Trey's been on my show a lot of times, but he can get annoying by some of the stuff he says. Maybe that's the way he's been edited. What are your feelings about
Yeah.
Trey? Because he's a good dude.
No, Trey
I
really
gotta give
like
it to
that.
him.
He's a good guy. Trey means well. I actually got to know him a
Yeah.
lot more on this challenge and like hear more about like his life story and his background and where he comes from. And I think when you guys watch the show, when you guys get to see like bits and pieces of us, is you get to see editing of us, which is it's us, but it's an edited version of us. But when you sit down and actually, have downtime and talk to people, you really find out like, okay, I really don't hate that person. They actually have like a lot of substance and they have a lot going on with them, and it's like they're an interesting person. So I've learned to really like Trey, and I like him. He's a good guy. He means well. I think his delivery
He really does.
sucks. He has a bad delivery on
Yeah.
things.
No. Yeah. Definitely. So at the end of this challenge, Emily and Paula win, which I know Emily and Paula, and you probably know on paper you probably knew they were going to be the best team, but I'm waiting for one of you ladies to beat them.
Knowing that
Hope it's
Emily
coming.
and Paul, I mean, you have to wait and see. You never know. I mean, the fact that Emily and
Yeah.
Paula are partners, I'm just like, all right, here we go again. Once again, Paula gets a great partner. Like Paula knows how to fight with the right people. Like I am really gonna take a note, like take a page from her book and start fighting with people. Like Ashley Feldman, Zach's girlfriend. I love her to death, but hey, me and her need to pick a fight together so we can be on Rivals 3 together or something. Because that girl is one hell of an athlete, and I would love to have her as a partner. And I love her to death, but we can fight to be partners.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So we find out that Emily and Paula win. Jessica and Anastasia were, in your opinion, were they the weakest team?
Um, they're to me they were one of the weakest teams. They seem not so much Jessica. I think Jessica's a sweetheart. She's a great girl. She's really going to try, even though she's out of her comfort zone. She's definitely going to try. I think with Anastasia, the whole CT thing and being a rookie really got to her, and she would always want to quit. And
Yeah.
it's like if don't you can't quit in these kind of challenges because someone else could be there in your spot right now. And I know one of my good friends was supposed to be there, and so to hear people like her want to quit really makes me mad. Like, I mean, come on, these challenges are just as hard as for me as they are for her, and she's like freaking 6 foot tall. But I mean, I still get out there and do it. So it really annoyed me when she wanted to quit. But I mean, I definitely thought they were a weak team. I definitely think that Camila and Jimmy are a weak team only because of the communication. I'd like to call them team subtitles because you don't know what the hell they're both saying. But I mean, I have to give it to Jessica and Anastasia. They didn't, give up. They still did keep going. So I mean, I think they were a decent team. I definitely think we're going to see a lot more of them, especially Anastasia.
I hope so. I love them both. I mean, I talked to all eight of them during Portland, which we'll get into right now because you told me somebody who you're not the biggest fan of from that season.
I am not.
Um, Real Real Portland. You saw four of them on this season: Jordan, Marlon, Anastasia, and Jessica. But one of them you didn't see was the Hurricane, Miss Naya. So let
There
me
was
know, let me
more
know
than
what you think
half the
about
storm.
Miss Naya Moore.
Naya, I mean, I've never met the girl, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna, try to start some Twitter beef with me because I'm saying this crap, but I really don't give a shit. I don't find her interesting. I think she's a bit boring and fake. And Jordan and all of them were telling, or Marlon were telling us about how she's writing some book about how to get a baller. And we were all like, well, okay, have you dated like a baller, like a basketball player, an athlete, like something? She's never dated any of those things. So how are you going to write a book about something you know absolutely nothing about? I think it's stupid, and anyone who goes out and buys that book is an absolute freaking idiot. That's just my opinion. And hey, I don't care. Don't care.
Yes.
I'm
Never
sorry.
can never expect. I don't expect anything less from you, but all the honesty, real talk, right, Brandon?
And then she had the
There
audacity
you
to
go.
talk crap about Coral. Like, okay, look, homegirl. Like, if it wasn't for Coral, half of us wouldn't be here, sweetheart. So, you need to check your things. I would never talk crap to Coral. Like, I may be crazy, but I'm not stupid. Just saying. Okay, that's my spill on Naya. Done.
Hmm. What do you think about the other three? Speaking of dating athletes, Joy actually dates one, so
Joy dates an athlete.
she should have wrote the book.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah. What is
she
she gonna do?
she
Ask
dates.
Joy's opinion? Like, who does that? Like, it makes no sense to me. How can you write a
Uh,
book about something you know nothing about? That's like me going out and writing a book about going to space, and I've never been to space, but because I live in Houston, I should write a book about it. That's so stupid. Like, oh, get a life, chick. Oh, I hate people. I hate people like her. She's stupid. I don't get it. Ugh.
yeah, yeah, I don't get her either. And I mean, like I said, I talked to her before. She seems nice, but some of the stuff that she says on TV is like, really, really,
I think she says those things for show. I think a lot of people, when they get it
yeah,
on camera, they say stuff because they want to, their 15 minutes of fame. I'm a type of person, I could care two bucks about the camera. Like half the time, I'm running from the camera. So, I mean, she's just someone who wants to be relevant because obviously she's irrelevant in her regular life. So, I mean, that's just my opinion about her.
hmm. So I gotta ask you, Jasmine, what happened with that door that last week?
Oh
I
my
have to
God.
ask you,
Okay.
what happened?
Okay, first of all, that door was open at first. I swear to you. I turned to talk to Trey for a second, and then I turned around and the door just appeared. It was just there, like it came out of nowhere. Like someone they did that on purpose. I feel like the cameraman was
Yeah,
messing with me and closed the door. I feel like they did that on purpose. I I don't know. I was wasted drunk, but I mean, yeah, I definitely ran into that door. I'm gonna always live that down. But someone tweeted me saying
yeah.
that,
I saw your mom said something about that too, huh?
yeah, my mom like the next day she was like, "So, run into any glass lately?" And I'm like, "Hardy har har, mommy, very funny." But no, someone tweeted me saying that was the mirror's payback, or the door was getting the mirror's payback for me punching it. So I mean, that was a good tweet. I really like that one. So I guess that was payback for doing that. So all right, the door won, but the mirror will never win.
Uh-huh. Let me get to Stefan's question. Then I'm gonna bring Mr. Nelson on. Will we get to see Miss Rashida on a regular basis this season?
Rashida, Rashida likes to poke her ugly little head out every now and then. So, I mean, you might see her. Yeah, you might see her. You never know. I mean, Rashida's comes out on her own. Like, I don't control what she does. She just does it, and I have to answer for it the next day. But, I mean, I love Rashida to death. So, she'll probably be out there. So, watch out.
Mhm. Yeah, we missed her last season.
Yeah, Rashida's she took a break. But I will tell you this Rashida does not like Johnny Bananas. She can't stand him. She can't. She just hates him.
Yeah. Mhm. There you go.
So that's a little teaser for
So
you
yeah,
guys.
I like it. I like it. So we'll talk about this elimination round real quick. What do you think of Cook and Cara Maria versus Anna and Jess? That
I
looks
thought
really
that was,
hard.
oh my God, it looks so freaking tough. Like, I would not want to have to do that. Like, being upside down, having all the blood rush to your head as you're trying to cut like this thick rope. And what you guys don't see is like beforehand, it was soaked in the water. So I feel like that would make it 20 times harder. But for a second, Anastasia and Jessica were winning. Like, I was really concerned
Yeah.
about Cook and Cara. And that made me nervous because, like, if Anastasia and Jessica came back, that would really change the game, how things were going to go. And I needed Cook and Cara there because, they were kind of part of my little, like, Team P Squared Alliance. So I was nervous, but I was really happy, that Cook and Cara won. I didn't want to see Cook and Cara be dunked into Cook's own piss. So
That was hilarious. If I get her on
yeah,
this season, if I get her on this season, I'm gonna ask her about that. Oh my
I think
goodness.
Cook earned some real cool points by like literally sitting there. Like it was so funny to watch her pull her shorts to the side and like literally just start peeing. And I was just like, no, she isn't. Like this girl is legit like peeing. I mean, like everybody was cracking up. Like even TJ was laughing. It was just like, really? I mean, but that's Cook. She has no filter, and I love her to death.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad everybody on Vegas has been on at least one challenge. It's awesome.
That's so true. I didn't even know that everyone from Vegas has been on a challenge. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
Vegas,
crazy.
Austin, and I think I heard the first New Orleans had all of them on. And you guys have 6 out of the 8, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 6 out of the 8. One for sure will never do it. I don't ever see Joey ever doing a challenge. Bronny, I heard through the grapevine, Bronny was going to be on Battle of the Seasons, but he kept saying yes, then no, and CJ finally just said yes. So, I mean, I think Bronny would
Yeah,
be
that's what it seems
hilarious
like.
on a challenge. I think Bronny would be great. Like seeing
Uh,
Bronny and Knight together, I think they would cause so much trouble. It would be so interesting to see Bronny and Knight together in challenge. I would love that.
yeah. Well, I know somebody was very proud of his girl for winning the elimination round last night, and we're gonna put him on screen right now,
Evening, bitches.
Mr.
Oh
Nelson.
Lord,
Hey, what up,
Brandon!
stranger?
I know. When are you taking me on a date?
Man, listen, if you can eat some
Yeah.
internet food, we can go on a date every night.
Shut up.
Hey, I don't think my girlfriend would
There
appreciate
you
us
go.
going on a date, dear.
Well, that's her problem, not mine. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. I'm
I know, I
teasing.
know.
So man, what do you think? What do you think about Kara being a replacement for the second time in a
I
row?
thought it was bullshit, man. They never bring my ass in to do nothing. But no, I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, me and Cara are real cool, so uh, I knew nobody in the house would like her, and I knew it would add a nice little wrinkle to the season. But that was pretty cool. No big deal to me. But Jazz, I gotta ask you. Okay, now you know how Sarah is, and I don't know why nobody's talked about this yet, or maybe y'all did before I
Real
came in,
talk.
but she comes off as
Real
like
talk.
what's it like Susie Homemaker or some shit, but she always ends up hooking up with somebody. Like when Jordan was like, "Oh, she's wife material," I'm like, no, no, because I liked Sarah all the way up until we got to Turkey, and she was all up Alton's ass, and then me and him got into it,
I
and then she tried
remember.
to defend him when he was in the wrong.
That's right.
So fuck her.
Tell me about this.
But what do you think about that? She comes off one way, but then she's just like a typical
What?
spring break girl when it comes down to dudes that she likes.
Exes too.
I
She know
mean,
she knows Alton probably won't do another challenge, so
Sarah, she's cool. Like Brandon said, she does come off as like Miss Camp Counselor, Susie Homemaker, but Sarah has a wild side. Don't let the blonde hair fool you. She did have jet black hair at one point. So I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. Sarah's an interesting person. So I mean, obviously Brandon's a little bitter right now, but
No, because I mean, you know what? Damn it, I am bitter because that was some bullshit. Because we've hung out outside of the show, not a lot, but I mean, you think you really, kind of, well, I know a person. I don't really know a person that well, but you think you know their heart, and no, no, you don't. And shit on me because I think people are good inherently, but apparently they're not. Now she's not that bad. I just think it's really funny how she comes off a certain way, but one out of every two or three challenges, she finds somebody to hook up with. But you know, I think it's just funny.
I
hmm
mean,
what do you
yeah,
think
I
about
love
what do
Sarah.
you think
Like
about your boy?
So what now?
Go ahead, Jasmine.
I mean, Sarah's cool. I mean, she's a different individual. Like I love her now, but like I didn't wasn't a big fan of her in the past. But
You
anyways,
beat
go
her
on.
in a puzzle. You beat her in
Yeah.
a puzzle.
Well, as everyone likes to say, and she likes to claim, my partner beat her at a puzzle. So, kick rocks with that shit, bitch. I still beat you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
moving on.
So how do you think about your boy? How do you think your boy Roy Lee's doing right now in
I
this challenge
mean,
with your rivals one
he's
partner?
laying low, man. I mean, he's playing it pretty smart. He's not really getting a lot of camera time, but that's not always a bad thing. So he's laying low. They're being consistent. They're not coming in last. So right now, being at the middle of the pack might not be a bad thing. But I'm just waiting for that drunken night that Ty is probably gonna have because you never know with him. But
True, and
Hmm. So yeah, we got to
I'll
play the
say this:
game, Brandon,
I
with
mean, Leroy's
Jasmine.
gonna get a lot more camera time than
oh,
I
oh, Jazz. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. Yeah, y'all think this is a CT show? Yeah.
have. Oh, you already heard
Oh,
about
hell
it?
yeah. Yeah, Lee's my boy.
I saw a I saw the
Yeah,
trailer. I think I know
yeah,
who it
buddy.
is.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, really?
Thumbs up.
Poppy's gonna hate
Thumbs
I
that.
was
up.
shocked. I was completely shocked.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who?
Poppy, Padre, her dad. I'm trying to give a hint about who.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, me yeah.
yeah, buddy.
I was all for it. I
Uh-huh.
was all for it.
Horrible.
Yeah. So Brandon, we got to play everybody's favorite game with
Oh
Jasmine right now.
yes.
I know you know what
Oh
I'm talking
yes.
about. So I'll let you take it
All right,
away.
Jasmine. I'm sure you played this game before. I'm sure y'all play it in the house because we have every fucking season. But it's a nice little game we like to call Marry, Fuck, Kill, and we also add on Baby Daddy. So, who would you marry? Who would you fuck? Who would you kill? And who would you tolerate enough to be your baby daddy?
Oh my gosh. I could pick anyone in the house, right?
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
Oh
Yep.
shoot. Okay. All right. I would kill Johnny Bananas. I would. Shit, this is hard. I'd marry Leroy.
Okay.
I would fuck Dunbar,
Ew.
and I would let Zach be my baby daddy.
Mm, mm, mm. I gotta ask you a
Because
question.
we'd make like athlete kids. They'd be like super tall.
Well, yeah, you make a point, but what is it about Dunbar? Because Dunbar pissed me off in that first episode because, and even when we were teammates on Cutthroat, that motherfucker acts like he's like the best athlete
You pissed me off
that
too.
was built by God himself, but he really doesn't show up to really do anything. Like I haven't seen him just really outperform anybody. And then on this one, he sucked in the challenge and he sucked in the elimination. I heard a rumor that he did it on purpose. But if you do it on purpose, own up to it. Don't go and talk shit about your teammate because you fucked it up, whether you did it on purpose or not.
Early plane ticket home. That's what he said.
No, I agree with you. I definitely think Dunbar did it just to get that quick little, guaranteed check that we get or whatever. And, Tyree got, the shitty end of the stick because of it. And Dunbar didn't, really try. But I mean, I don't find Dunbar attractive because of the challenges. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to hear about that shit, nasty ass.
Heyo. Heyo. Man.
What are you talking about? We're just friends.
Yeah, yeah, really close friends. Like he knows your insides and you know his, I'm sure. No, I
Whoa,
mean like
whoa.
the inner person, the emotional side, Andrew. I'm not talking about anything physical.
I
Hey, whatever
oh,
happens
okay,
on
okay.
spring break stays on spring break. That's all I'm
No,
gonna
it
say.
don't.
There you go. There you go. Unless you're on the real world like you were for Cancun.
True.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Uh-huh. So you getting the Spreecast game going soon,
Man, I'm
Mr.
trying
Nelson?
to, but man, black folks like to procrastinate, and I just been finding everything else to do but this. But now that the season is on and I can actually talk to some people, I'm gonna figure this thing out. I think I'm gonna start off by just doing it by myself and just talking about shit I want to talk about. And then once I figure everything out, I might bring some people in. But I drink too much for this shit.
Yeah, what happened to the ones you used to have? Because I used to watch them and you would get wasted drunk.
Yeah, it was Real Talk with Brandon. I still have the website. We're actually
Good
going to bring
time.
it back up. I mean, they've moved that studio around so much to where they're in a different location now. So I haven't done anything in a long time. But with Spreecast, I really don't have an excuse. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream this through the website too. That way I can get that back up and running. So we'll see.
Hmm.
Well, I will
Everything's going well
definitely,
in
have to
Vegas.
come in, and
Yeah, pretty much. What'd you say, Andrew?
Everything's going well in Vegas, my friend.
Man, it's going all right. I actually just got off the phone with Leroy. We're trying to hustle and grind out here because, in Vegas, the weekends is where the money's at. So we usually only work on the weekends, and during the week, we don't really do shit. So we've been going to different spots and trying to find something to do during
Yeah.
the week to get some more money. But he was just telling me from a place he just got back from and was, telling me I need to get down there and all this good stuff without telling our business. But yeah, man, Vegas is still hot as shit. And yeah, that's about it.
what y'all are.
When you coming out here, Jasmine?
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. What's that,
Oh yeah,
Brandon?
actually, I'll be out there in August.
Yeah.
I might be. I'm. Hopefully, I'll be there in December, my Brandon. I want my brother's turning 21 in December, so we'll be able to all go
Hey
legally.
man, let me
So,
know. I'll take you to the strip club or something. There's some titties in your face.
Oh Lord.
yeah. But yeah, let Leroy know. Let Leroy know about the Spreecast. I'll definitely want to get both you guys on at the same time. It'll be pretty. We'll
Yeah,
let
that'd
it
be
rock and roll.
a fucking clusterfuck. But I'll tell him. I can't promise you anything great's gonna come of it, but I'll let
Yeah.
him know.
Show him the watch. Show him the watch. Clean body all day.
Hey, well,
All right, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate it. I know
all
Jasmine
right,
does too.
Jasmine. I'll holler at you.
Love you, Brandon. Tell Leroy I love him.
All right, so I'll tell him you want to marry him as well after we go on our date.
After the date.
Hey, we can make this a
Alrighty.
three-way
Thank.
thing. Just
Oh,
kidding. Just kidding.
hey, 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 hey,
Ooh,
hey, hey.
is she really? Uh, man, Brandon is so funny.
Oh,
So
I
what I want to
love
do
you.
now is yeah, yeah. He was the first one I actually had on. You were the number three of all my guests.
Third to
And after that,
five.
I've lost count. But what I want to do now is I'm only gonna keep you on for about another 5-10 minutes. People in the chat, throw out some names, and I want to get your thoughts on each of them that they put in. So
Oh, I
start
remember
giving me
playing this
some
game
names,
last
children.
time.
Yeah,
I got some new words for new people now.
there we go. That's a good start. We talked about him already. Jordan.
Annoying as fuck. Wikipedia wannabe. I can keep
Wikipedia.
going with that one.
I've heard that. I've heard that. He seems like a good dude. I mean, I've talked to him, and he seems like he's a very intelligent person. But like they said on the Real Portland, um, he knows that he knows it all. He reminds me a lot of maybe Dustin Zito.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
With
you think
Jordan,
so?
it's like, yeah, Jordan. I mean, with Jordan, he thinks he knows everything, and he's very condescending to people. Like the way he talks to people is so freaking rude. I mean, I get it, you know everything, but it's a way you can deliver it, and that's what bothers me. His delivery sucks. So, Rashida's gonna pop the shit out of him one day.
Do it, do it. Um, Girl that we've seen a lot of airtime in the first two episodes, DM.
Oh, I'm probably gonna get hated on for this one. Angel on the outside, devil on the inside. That's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say.
Okay, we
I
can
mean, I
go with
love
that. I've heard
DM,
I've
but
heard mixed reviews from her.
this game can definitely change people. I'll say that.
Yeah, and then one half of team subtitles. Is it on screen yet? Jemmy.
Jimmy. Oh Lord, I don't even know where to begin with Jimmy. Whiskey drinker. She loves whiskey. Oh girl, oh boy, that girl loves whiskey. I've never seen someone drink so much whiskey in my life. Oh, jeez, but I love her.
Mm, yeah, I'm supposed to be talking to her soon. I haven't. She hasn't gotten back to me yet, but I'm definitely up to talking to her. Let me see
Oh, she's
here.
hilarious.
I'm a, How's it with Nani this time around?
Ah, Nani, that's my boo. I love Nani. We got along great. Nani Punani is what we like to call her. She was great. We hung out a lot. It was really great. And I gave her a lot of advice, of course, of being John A's partner because being John A's partner is not the easiest thing in the world. I know. I've done it
Been there,
twice.
done that.
I've been there, done that twice. I don't want to do it again.
Yeah. Go back up one. You've said how much you love this one, Johnny Bananas.
Douchebag. Douchebag.com. Like legit. Like that should be his website, douchebag.com.
Yeah.
God, I can't stand Johnny Bananas.
Yeah.
But like I heard he's like outside of the
I
show,
can
he's like a
I can
really
see.
cool guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't
Yeah.
hang out with him outside of the
He
show,
seems
so I
like
don't
it.
care.
Uh-huh. What about Emily?
Cyborg. Like that she is an X-Man character. Like that's unreal. That's like so unfair. Like that's just not fair. Bunny Murray, that's not fair.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, Paula's lucked out the past two rivals, and I mean, I've said this before. I think Laurel got the call before Emily did
Who
to
would
be
have been
Paula's
Laurel's?
partner.
Who would have been Laurel's partner? Paula?
Laura and Paul. Yeah.
Oh,
Because they had a
I would
big
have
fight
loved.
on.
That's right.
It'd been fun.
On Rivals when they all went to Patagonia. That's right.
Yeah.
If Laurel was there, I would have walked right out. I'm like, hey y'all, this is done. Bye.
Uh, she's doing the jobs thing though, from what I hear. I'm doing
Yeah, I
very,
mean,
very well. A
I've
friend of
seen
mine
her.
talked to her last week.
I've seen her. I think I saw her last year in New York when I was out there doing some filming. I saw her, and I'm loving her as a blonde. Like she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, she never needs to go back to brunette. She needs to be blonde all day long. I mean, just freaking sexy as hell.
What about Anissa?
Anissa, all I gotta say is the goose. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all find out what that means next week.
Oh, I can't wait. It seems like her and Mr. are gonna have a lot choice of words, and I mean, they're the two. I think they're the two big time veterans of this show.
Yeah, they really are. And Trishelle and Anissa, actually when we got to rival or to Thailand, I thought they were gonna be like rivals because I've heard they've always kind of had like a little bickering past.
hmm
So I thought that was kind of interesting. But
Then,
I mean, next week, I mean, you definitely want to watch next week. I think people are going to see a lot of stuff what people say and do, and people who have said and done stuff are really going to have to answer to a lot of things they've done. So it's going to be an interesting episode.
and then speaking of, oh, did you really put trash shell? Trishelle.
Trash show.
I didn't even
I
notice
have
that.
no comments. I have no comments on Trishelle right now. I'm going to hold all my comments for her until next week.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. Let
I
me
like
throw
it.
some names out. What about Leroy's partner Ty? No.
For some reason, I don't know what it is, but Ty is just absolutely sexy to me. I don't know why. I think he reminds me of like my high school sweetheart, and I just recently saw my high school sweetheart. So I mean, Ty is just—he's cute. Maybe because he got his teeth done too. I just find him attractive. He's still crazy as hell, but I find him attractive. Don't tell him I said
Are we gonna see? I didn't. I don't. I don't even think I have a Twitter. I don't even think he has a Twitter. And I wouldn't talk to him
I don't think he
anyways.
even
He's
has a
one of the
laptop.
ones I
I don't think.
am so.
I don't think he has a laptop.
Yeah. Yeah. What about Paula?
Paula, I love Paula. I got to know a lot more about Paula, and I have a lot of respect for Paula now. I really do, and I hope they show like the heart-to-heart talk that
hmm
me and her have because she's an absolute great, crazy person. I love her to death. So I definitely like Paula. Even though she is my
You,
competition, I still like her.
speaking of Paula, let's transition real quick, and then I'll put the names out. You, Paula, Sarah, and CT actually did the Rivals marathon. How was it? What was it like filming that?
Oh my god, it was so much fun. Mind you, we're sitting like in the old TRL studios, which is like so freaking cool to be in. And we're doing it for like 6 hours. And we are just like having fun, having special drinks, and we're just having a good time. And just like I got to know a lot about Paula on, on this season of Rivals too. But even afterwards, me, Paula, and Sarah, we went to a little bar across the street and we talked and got to know so much more about each other, and we have so many things in common, like more than just being on the real world and doing challenges and having crazy drunken moments. We have a lot of like regular life stuff in common, so it was really cool to get to like hang out with them, because in the challenges you never really see me hang out with that side of like the house or that side of the politics. I'm always around people like Nani, Janae, and stuff like that. So it was real cool to get to know them. And I think definitely if there's ever another challenge, I definitely gonna play the game maybe a little differently.
hmm and then you actually were one of the ones that actually did the little montages with the Challenger Mania. How was that?
That was interesting. It was
You had
it was
some
really.
great one-liners. I loved them.
I'm becoming the one liner
Walmart,
queen lately.
Walmart. You said something about being open like Walmart.
Yeah, like I'm open like Walmart 24 hours. Yeah, that was. It was interesting when I went
Yeah.
into work the next day. I had Walmart bags sitting on my desk. It was really funny. But yeah, I've become the one-liner queen lately. I'm kind of loving this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and then let's get back into the names real quick. I'll keep on for a couple more minutes. Cara Maria.
Carmen, I mean, like Brandon said, she's a special individual. She's an only child girl, but um, she's different. She's different. She's another person I got to know another side of, but she's different. I'll just say that.
hmm I love all the comments that they made about Car when she came in. Johnny Manano was like womp womp.
Aw. And we're like, Cara, like, and it really was cricket. And like they actually made her
hmm
redo her introduction twice, and it never changed. Like
What?
they were like, "You guys clap," and we're all like, "No, no." And then Cook's like, "Oh my God, what do I do? I don't know this girl." We're like, "Good luck."
Yeah, they were saying something that they had a Twitter beef, but I'm not buying that
I'm not buying this.
because
I'm
she
not
hasn't been
buying
on in
this
a while.
whole okay, let's be rivals. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. Like, I don't get why people are rivals because of Twitter beef. Like, I don't get it. I think some of these rivals are really like we're fishing for it. I mean, like me and Teresa legit had a rivalry. Like, but I mean, hey, to each its
Yeah,
own. Whatever.
yeah. Um, I think that's all I'm gonna do. There's one more question, and then I'm gonna. Uh, I talked about this with Derek. Was there any awkwardness between John and Zach on this one?
Oh my God, absolutely. 100% awkwardness. There was awkwardness when we were flying there on the plane. Um, it's from LA to Thailand because for some odd reason they had seats or tickets next to each other, so they had to switch. Like they had to get someone to switch with them, and so it was. I mean, it was awkward. I hopefully they show some of that awkwardness, but I'm not going to give anything away. It was definitely awkward, to see how things work. And Zach actually came up to me during the challenge and was like, he remembers when I had a talk with him on Battle of the Season, saying, you need to be careful with John A, all this kind of stuff. And he came up to me on this one and said, I now see what you're talking about. Like I now get it. And I'm like, yeah, like everyone thinks I'm like, so mean to John A and I'm just jealous and talking crap. I know this girl better than anybody. Like I lived with her.
Yeah,
I've known her since 2009. Like
yeah.
it's the same thing every time. So I mean everyone. I mean you guys will see for yourselves. So I mean that's all I'm gonna say on that one.
hmm So I want to definitely thank you for coming on. It's definitely been a lot of fun. Definitely glad. Definitely, you're definitely more than welcome to come back and let. I know you said Emily would like to speak about the challenge, so let her know that she's welcome to come on here, as well as Derek. Or maybe I'll have both you and Derek come on at the same time.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Andrew. It's always fun talking with you and talking with everyone else. And actually, I'll let Emily know that because when I go see her, I think Derek might be coming also. So you can maybe get us all three together on one camera. So
Yeah. Yeah, I said this yesterday, and I don't know if you guys know this in the chat. I'm leaving all my interviews to here now. No more podcast stuff. I think I'm just gonna do like recaps of the episodes on my Blog to Radio. I think doing this recast thing. It's a lot of fun, so I definitely want to keep it up.
I think it's great because like people can like see us and see what we really look like, what we're up to. We can read our body language. I think it's fun. I like this, you know.
Yeah.
So I definitely
Yeah.
will
So
absolutely be back to do another one for sure.
yeah, follow us on Twitter, please. That's at CSUA Kirk and at JazzMTV, and I'll definitely be bringing you back soon. Thank you so
Absolutely. And also,
much for
you
joining
guys,
us.
stay tuned. I have a JasmineRenard.com website coming out soon, so be sure to check that out.
Very nice. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today, Jasmine. Thank you, everybody who tuned in, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you guys. Love y'all.
All righty.